I'm not gonna sit on the phone with a woman that I know is cheating with my man. I'm just not gonna do that. Watching them interact, watching them have conversations, is like watching her teach this woman how she wants them to operate. And I said that to her. I just really can't sit in a room with someone that will lie to me.
It was supposed to be just another filming day. Another scene, another moment for the cameras, another chance to keep the story moving. But what happened on that set changed everything. Because this time, it didn't feel like reality TV anymore. It felt real, too real. The tension between Destiny Payton and LaTisha Scott had been building quietly, like a storm nobody wanted to acknowledge. Small looks, subtle comments, that uncomfortable silence whenever they were in the same room. Everyone felt it, but nobody expected it to explode the way it did. And when it finally did, it wasn't just shouting. It wasn't just drama for the cameras. It was raw emotion, years of frustration, and deep betrayal spilling out in front of everyone. But here's the twist. When Carlos King stepped in,
talking about business. Like, can we not appreciate this moment right here?
I'm sorry. It's a business trip.
he didn't try to calm things down. He didn't smooth it over. He didn't protect the moment for TV. He lost it. And what he said next, it shook the entire cast to the core. You're both out. Those 4 words changed everything. Because suddenly, this wasn't just a fight anymore. This was careers on the line, friendships destroyed, and a show hanging by a thread. To understand how things got this bad, we have to go back, because this didn't happen overnight. There was a time when Destiny and LaTisha weren't standing on opposite sides of a room, barely able to look at each other. There was a time when they actually respected one another.
Does it hurt you that she's around your children?
It does not hurt me, no. More than anything, I go into protective mode. Like, I'm never going to trust someone who adored my family setup so much that they worked their ass off to come between it. Of course, with the help of him, but still.
Our children are perfectly fine.
Like I said, for me, knowing that they are around someone who has said such nasty and vile things about their mother and about
all those babysitters that you had, 11 babysitters,
who said multiple things
you know
about
what
their
I'm saying?
father.
11
See how he defends her? He's bringing up something directly at me when I'm talking about a person who has, for years, as he knows, tried to torture and come in between our marriage, DMing me. See, he knows all of those things, and I could keep going. So when he sits there and tries to defend, how dare.
Destiny came into the spotlight carrying her own weight. Fresh from a painful divorce, trying to rebuild her life piece by piece, she brought a kind of honesty that people couldn't ignore. She didn't pretend. She didn't sugarcoat. What you saw was what you got. And that made her powerful, but also vulnerable. LaTisha, on the other hand, had built her identity differently. She leaned into stability, family, structure. She carried herself like someone who had everything under control, even when cracks were starting to show behind the scenes. At first, their differences didn't push them apart. They actually pulled them closer. They connected through shared experiences, long conversations, and the pressure of being constantly watched.
So this morning,
better than you.
I am here at...
What's that? What is that?
The Madison County Courthouse. About to turn myself in. And look who's always with me. My dad.
Okay.
My rider. Always. I hate this for him more than anything.
Me too.
Thing through it all is I've learned that I'm one of God's strongest soldiers.
Reality TV doesn't just capture your life, it magnifies it. Every argument feels bigger, every mistake feels permanent. And during those early days, they had each other. They showed up for each other at events, defended each other in group settings, laughed together when things got overwhelming. There was a sense of loyalty that felt real, not forced. But slowly, things started to shift. It wasn't one big moment, it was a series of small ones, comments that didn't land right, energy that felt off, situations where one felt unsupported while the other thought she was doing enough. And then came the outside noise: social media, fans, blogs, opinions from people who didn't really know them but felt like they did. That kind of pressure can twist even the strongest bonds. Destiny began to feel like LaTisha wasn't as genuine as she once believed, like there was a performance happening, not just for the cameras, but in their friendship too. LaTisha, on the other hand, felt like Destiny was becoming harder to deal with, more distant, more guarded, like she was pulling away without explanation. Neither of them said it directly, and that silence, that's where everything started to fall apart. Because unspoken tension doesn't disappear, it grows. By the time the new season started filming, it was obvious something wasn't right. Conversations felt forced, eye contact was limited. Even the other cast members could feel the shift, but nobody stepped in. And maybe that was the mistake, because what nobody expected was how fast everything would spiral once it finally came to the surface. It happened during what was supposed to be a positive scene, a group gathering, a moment meant to show unity, growth, and sisterhood. But the energy in that room was heavy from the start. Destiny walked in late, calm but distant. She didn't greet anyone with the same warmth she used to. She sat down, observed, and kept her responses short. LaTisha noticed immediately, and instead of ignoring it, she let it get under her skin. The conversation started light, smiles, small talk, but underneath it all, there was tension waiting for a spark. And it didn't take long. One comment, that's all it took. A simple remark about loyalty, about showing up for people when it matters. It wasn't directed at anyone specifically, but Destiny reacted. A small laugh, a slight shake of the head. That was enough. LaTisha turned to her, her tone sharp. If you've got something to say, just say it. The room went quiet. Destiny didn't hesitate. I've been saying it, you just don't listen. That's when everything shifted. The back and forth started fast, words flying before anyone could stop them. LaTisha accused Destiny of being bitter, of holding on to things instead of addressing them. Destiny fired back, saying LaTisha wasn't real, that everything she did was calculated, that the loyalty she talked about didn't actually exist. Voices got louder, chairs started moving, and then the line was crossed. Destiny said something personal, something that hit deeper than anything else that had been said, something that had nothing to do with the moment, but everything to do with built-up resentment. LaTisha's expression changed instantly. That calm, controlled image she always maintained, gone. She stood up, and Destiny stood too. At that point, it wasn't even about words anymore. It was about emotion, pride, hurt. Security moved in, but it was too late. The physical tension was there, the kind that makes everyone in the room freeze because they know what's coming next. And then it happened. Chaos. People shouting, crew rushing in, cameras still rolling because nobody wanted to miss what was unfolding. It wasn't clean, it wasn't controlled, it was messy and real and uncomfortable to watch. Production had no choice but to shut everything down. And that's when Carlos King was called in. He didn't arrive smiling. He didn't treat it like just another dramatic moment. He walked in with a seriousness that immediately changed the atmosphere. Everyone knew this was different. He gathered the cast, took a moment to look around the room, and then he spoke. This is not what we're doing. His voice wasn't loud, but it didn't need to be. You don't get to put your hands on each other and still expect to be here. The silence was heavy. Then came the words nobody expected. If this happens again, you're both out. No negotiation, no exceptions. Just a line drawn clearly in the sand. For the first time, it hit them. This wasn't just about their feelings anymore. This was about their future. Behind the scenes, things got even more intense. Producers reviewing footage, legal teams getting involved, conversations about contracts, liability, and whether the show could even continue like this. Because once things turn physical, everything changes, and the network couldn't ignore it. There were rumors almost immediately. Talk of suspensions, possible replacements, even whispers that one or both of them could be written out entirely. Fans started noticing the tension online. Posts became more subtle, less interaction between cast members, silence where there used to be engagement. And that silence, it said everything. Destiny pulled back, kept her distance, focused on herself. LaTisha shifted her energy too, leaning into family, trying to maintain control of the narrative. But the damage had already been done, because moments like that don't just disappear, they linger. They change how people see you, how you see each other, how you moving forward. For Destiny, it was a breaking point, a moment that forced her to confront how much she had been holding in, how much she had let build up without addressing it properly. For LaTisha, it was a wake-up call, a realization that the image she worked so hard to maintain could crack under pressure. And for the show, it was a turning point, because now every interaction between them carried weight. Every look, every word, every silence. Nothing felt casual anymore. And even though they eventually sat down to talk, to try and move forward, it wasn't the same. There was no easy resolution, no instant forgiveness. Just two people sitting across from each other, fully aware of how far things had gone. Carlos made it clear, this doesn't happen again. And this time, everyone believed him, because they had seen what happens when the line gets crossed. The truth is, this wasn't just about one fight. It was about everything that led up to it. The misunderstandings, the unspoken feelings, the pressure of living your life in front of an audience that's always watching, always judging. It was about two women who once had respect for each other, letting that slowly turn into frustration, then resentment, then something much bigger. And maybe the hardest part, knowing that it didn't have to end this way. Because sometimes it's not the big moments that destroy relationships, it's the small ones that never get addressed, the conversations that never happen, the feelings that get buried instead of expressed. And by the time they finally come out, it's too late. Now, the future is uncertain. Will they find a way to coexist? Will the tension fade or grow even stronger? Will the show recover from this moment or be forever changed by it? Nobody knows for sure, but one thing is clear. What happened that day wasn't just drama, it was real. And once something becomes real like that, you can't just edit it out. You have to deal with it. And whether they're ready or not, the world is watching to see what happens next.